Tensions within the European Union have markedly escalated following the exclusion of Hungary and Slovakia from a crucial EU defense meeting focused on developing a drone wall to counter rising Russian incursion to NATO airspace. This growing divide among member states highlights fundamental disagreement over the appropriate response to the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and the broader threat perception from Russia. The decision to exclude these two nations, known for their more cautious or even conciliatory stance toward Moscow, underscores a deepening rift as the bloc attempts to forge a unified security strategy. The drone wall initiative itself reflects the urgent need felt by many EU and NATO members to bolster their collective defense against increasingly sophisticated and frequent aerial threats emanating from Russia, a concern magnified by recent events and the prolonged nature of the conflicts. Russia has vehemently responded to comments made by US President Donald Trump, who recently characterized Moscow as a paper tiger and urged Ukraine to press forward with the backing of NATO and the EU. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov swiftly rejected this insult, declaring emphatically that Russia is a real bear, not paper. Peskov underscores that the ongoing conflict represents a defining struggle for Russia's future and the welfare of its children, framing it as an existential battle rather than a mere geopolitical skirmish. This strong rhetoric from the Kremlin signals Russia's determination to project an image of strength and resilience on the global stage, directly challenging Trump's assessment and reinforcing its narrative of defending national interests against Western encroachments. Despite the escalating war of words, Peskov also noted that President Putin maintains respect for Trump and values his involvement in efforts aimed at achieving peace. Even as the sharpness of their public exchange continues to heighten tensions, this nuanced position from the Kremlin suggests a strategic flexibility, acknowledging Trump's influence while simultaneously rejecting his critical remarks. Peskov highlighted Russia's economic resilience, pointing to an unprecedented deal with China that has redirected energy export to Asia, thereby maintaining economic stability despite the imposition of international sanctions. This move demonstrates Russia's ability to adapt its economic strategy to circumvent Western pressure, showcasing its effort to build alternative alliances and markets in the face of isolation from traditional partners. The growing political chasm within the EU, exemplified by the exclusion of Hungary and Slovakia, risk undermining collective security efforts at a critical juncture. As Russia continues to assert itself through military actions and aggressive rhetoric, the unity of the European front remains paramount. The verbal sparring between President Trump and the Kremlin adds another layer of complexity to the international landscape, with both sides utilizing strong language to assert their positions and influence global opinion. While economic maneuvers like Russia's energy redirection to Asia demonstrates its adaptive capacity, the long-term implications of these shifting alliances and the fractured state of international cooperation remain uncertain. The ongoing struggle for influence and security underscore a volatile global environment where diplomatic and military strategies are constantly being reevaluated. If you have made it this far, congratulations, you have unlocked the truth. I want to ask you a question. With Hungary and Slovakia excluded from a critical EU defense meet amid rising Russian incursion, and Russia's defined real bear response to Trump's paper tiger remark, what does this growing internal EU division and escalating rhetoric imply for the effectiveness of NATO's collective defense against Russia? Join the debate. We want to hear your insightful opinion on where this is all heading in our community. Share your analysis and opinion in the comments below. Like the video and most importantly, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.